Hello everybody, and how are you today? This is Sue McCurdy from Susie Q Designs coming to you live from my scrapbook room. Tonight I'm going to do a video on making a card using some of the new Sale A Bration products. Okay, so we will be using one of the paper packs from the Sale A Bration catalog that is free with a $60 order. Also a stamp set that is free with a $60 order. Okay, and coming up for me is I'm going to be doing a card class using one of the new bundles that's in the new mini catalog, because the mini catalog and the Sale A Bration catalogs both came out on January the 4th. So doing a card class using these 3 cards, using the Be My Valentine bundle. This is a fancy fold card, and here are 2 of the other cards. So if you can join me for that class, that would be awesome. It is going to be at 9:30 a.m. on February the 7th. And as I said, using the Be My Valentine bundle from the new mini catalog. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip the camera down, and then we're gonna get started on making a card. Thank you so much for pressing play on today's video. If you come on, please say hi and let me know where you're joining me from. I always love to see where the viewers are joining me from. And did you have a good day? Was the weather really bad where you are? The buses today were canceled for the schools in our area because of the ice and all the rain on top of the snow was making really bad conditions. It was also foggy this morning. So yeah, not too good weather. Anyways, thanks for joining me. I'm gonna turn the camera down now and then we can get started. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, I'm just going to adjust the camera here and then we can get started. And that looks so close up. I'm just gonna try to move the camera out a little bit. Okay, and hopefully that's a bit better. Okay, so there we go. I'm just gonna refresh my feed on the computer. I have it live on my laptop there. So if you come on, please say hi, and thank you for joining me. I'm just gonna enlarge my screen here, and here is a view. Just gonna turn my volume off. Okay, so here is a view of the mini catalog and the Sale A Bration catalog. So what we're going to be doing today is a card using 2 of the Sale A Bration products from this flyer. Okay, so during the month of January and February, we have what's called Sale A Bration, and if you put in an order during these 2 months, ordering anything from the catalog or the online store, you can get some free items. So one of the items we're going to be using today is this one, which I purchased with a $60 order. Okay, so it's called Heartfelt Hellos, and I'm going to be using Dad, You're the Best stamp. And also this paper pack here is it coordinates with the Trusty Tools bundle, which is in the mini catalog, so I'll show you that in a second. It is also free with a $60 purchase, so I purchased that as well, and it has some really cute images on there. I thought it would be great for a guy card or a dad card, so that's what we're going to do today. And just to show you what it coordinates with, on page 56 of the new mini catalog, there is a bundle here called Trusty Tools. Okay, so I'm going to actually do the card without using any of these coordinating products, but if you have these, this paper will coordinate with it. Okay, it looks like a great bundle to get. So it has a stamp set and it has dies, and you can get the bundle. Okay, so I'm just going to close that up. Oh, also, I'd like to say that I am doing a paper share using every paper pack in this catalog. So there are, what, eight paper packs in this catalog. So each bundle or suite has a paper pack with it. So this is one of them. This is the rock and roll set, which I did purchase, so I do have this set. But anyways, I'm doing a paper share with all 8 of the paper packs in here. So the share works as there are 4 people in the share, so you get a quarter of a pack of each of the 8 paper packs that are in this catalog, and then you only have to pay a quarter of the price. So it is quite pricey to buy 8 full paper packs, but if you get a quarter of the paper pack, you know, you can get a nice sample of what we have offered in this catalog. So I do have room for one more person in the paper share, so if you're interested, please let me know. Okay, so I did do a Facebook post, if you have me on Facebook, showing you all of the materials that I'm going to be using. So as I said, I'm going to use this stamp set and this paper pack. And then something that I learned this week, which is new to me, I didn't know about this, but there is a Facebook group online called the Global Design Project. Okay, so they have projects that they post, and then you can, you know, make something using whatever the criteria is for the project. So the most recent one is a color combination, and the color combination uses these 3 colors. So we're going to use these today. So Lost Lagoon, Poppy Parade, and Gray Granite. And then if you want to go to the Global Design Project page on Facebook, they will actually give you a code. So if you upload a card using these colors, it gives you a hashtag to write down. Sorry, I printed it too big and it cut it off, but if you go to that page, it'll let you know if you want to make a card and upload it to there. And then it gives you all kinds of different options of cards too, with a lot of different people posting cards. You know, it doesn't even have to be a card, but mostly they are cards, I think, and they post it to that site. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to be bringing in all of the pieces for the project. So we did see that we needed Lost Lagoon. So when I was looking for these colors, I found that all of these colors exist in the paper pack that we're using today. So all of our paper packs is very cool, actually. All of our paper packs have on the back what the coordinating colors are. So if you think, you know, oh, what color should I coordinate with, it tells you right on the back here. So all of the 3 colors are in this pack, so that's why I chose it. Plus, I haven't made anything with it yet. So this is my first card. So I've cut up a bunch of pieces. I've made a card, and then today we're gonna make the second one using that. Okay, so we have Lost Lagoon, and I have 2 pieces using Lost Lagoon, that color, and we're also going to use the stamp pad. Okay, so I'm gonna be bringing in this color for stamping tonight. It's a beautiful color. It's a new color to Stampin' Up, and it's in the Subtles collection. And then we have all of these pieces. So you will need a scrap piece to stamp your sentiment on. And then I'm going to use a die to cut that out, which is this one. And this one is taken from this set, from the last catalog, the Autumn Leaves dies. This was in the Fall mini, and it will be carrying over to the new catalog. So there's a lot of good dies in this one. So this one I thought was a nice size for cutting out this stamp that we're using. And I'm going to be using this one, Dad, You're the Best. And it was a good size for cutting that out, I thought. So going to use this stamp or die. Okay, so also in white for the insert, you'll need a piece, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And then this came in the paper pack too. It's so pretty. I really like the texture look on the paper, and I cut it at 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, and that will go all the way down the front of the card base. Okay, and then also we'll have in the gray granite, your card base is 4 1/4 by 11, and then score it at 5 1/2 here. And then all my little pieces to make the card. This one is 4 1/4 by 2, and then this is the Lost Lagoon, such a pretty color, 2 1/2 by 1 1/8. And then here is another piece from that paper pack, and it's 1 by 3 3/4. And then I fussy cut out a couple of the images to put on the front of the card. So this one was fun to fussy cut, but it has a lot of jagged edges on it, but it wasn't that difficult, and this one was pretty easy to fussy cut out. So I'll be using those on the front of my card. Okay, so I'm just going to clear this out of the way and we will get started. So how was your day today, everybody? Did you do anything exciting? Did you get any crafting done? Did you have to drive in that bad weather? I'm just going to bring in the card base and get my bone folder. So again, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. So I just scored it right there. And I'm just gonna bring in my bone folder and give that a nice score again. So that's gonna be my base. And then the piece that I cut out of the paper pack was at 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm just gonna glue that down using my Tombow glue. Look at how nice it is on the other side of the paper too. So this is a nice easy card that you can do. I got the idea for this card off of a sketch. Okay, so it just showed you how on the sketch to put the pieces on there. So then you just cut out your whatever pieces you want and make a card. So sometimes if you don't have an idea for a card, using a sketch is a good way to go, or going to the Global Design Project and, you know, getting some ideas from there. So that's what I'm using. All right. So then on the front of that, we will be using this piece. It's 4 1/4 by 2, and I am going to be gluing that down the front like that. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue on there. And I'm just going to leave a bit, the same amount of border here as here. So just, you know, about 1/4 of an inch. Approximately. Oh, just moved it. Press that down. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in my red piece, which has these cool tools on it. Screwdriver. That was cut at 1 by 3 3/4. So that's going to go all the way across the gray Designer Series paper here. Okay, so it's going to go from here to here. So I'm just going to glue that down. With my Tombow glue. There we go. Just going to try to get that straight on there and line it up with the edges. Okay, so that looks pretty good. All right, and then I'm going to get my little pieces that I cut out. So that paper is so cute. There's a whole bunch of different images you can cut out. So I just picked a couple off of this page and fussy cut them out. So I'm gonna use this big saw blade here, and I'm gonna pop that up with some dimensionals, and then I'm going to glue that over top like that. So I'm going to get some dimensionals out first. Let me grab some of those. going to put a few of these on. I love my dimensionals. They're really good for getting some visual interest to your card, I think. Bring in a pokey tool to get all the paper off of the back of that. And then I can put this piece right about here. Okay, and then I'm going to glue this on. And then what I'm going to do is put a mini dimensional under here and here. So I'm just going to bring in the smaller dimensionals. Okay, so these are the mini dimensionals, good for little pieces like that. And then I can put glue in the middle. So then it won't fold over too much after I adhere it. Okay, so one piece was going there, and then I'm going to put another on the top one over here. So right there. And these are a nice size for little things like this. And then in the middle, I can just put some glue to hold that on there, because this part is going to be flush with that, so I can put glue there. This is a nice little trick I do when I'm gluing pieces down. Okay, so I could put it that way or this way. So I think I'm going to go here, and that piece was there. And there we go. So that looks pretty cute. Okay, so now I'm going to do the sentiment. So with the sentiment, I just cut out a piece of the Lost Lagoon paper at 2.5 by 1 1/8. So that's going to be the border around the outside of the stamped sentiment. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of paper to do my sentiment on. So the sentiment I chose for this card is "Dad, you're the best." And that, as I said, came with this free stamp set called Heartfelt Hellos. So it's that one there. So I'm just going to ink up my stamp with the Lost Lagoon stamp pad. And then we can stamp the image. Okay. Oh, that was close. Good thing I just had that paper there and I didn't drop it on my card. Okay, so this is a nice red rubber stamp. Call them cling stamps. So it already has a cushy, what do you call that, like a spongy stuff underneath there to make it stamp really well. So you don't really need to bring in your Stampin' pad for that. So this piece, what I did is I ran this through the Stampin' cut and emboss machine, and then I just cut that out. And then it looks like this when it's done. And then I'm just going to glue that on there. And get that ready to go. And I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals as well. So just try to get a nice border around the edge of that. And it looks like I moved it up too high, so I'm just going to try to slide it down a little bit before the glue dries. Okay, so that looks pretty good. All right, so I'm going to put that right about there, pop that up with dimensionals. So I'll bring in the regular size ones for that. And probably use 4 on the back of here. And actually maybe I'll put one in the middle too, so it doesn't fall flat in the middle. Just going to close up my ink pad. And bring in my pokey tool and get the paper off of the back of here. And we'll be ready to glue that down. Get rid of the paper. And there, we're almost done our cute little card. And then I can save this for Father's Day, for my daughter to give to her dad, or birthday. Okay, so I'm just going to try to line this up here, and to get it straight, I think I'm going to... Oh, hi Sherry, how are you tonight? Just joining. Thanks for joining me. I'm just making this cute card using some Sale A Bration items. So the good thing about using a grid underneath your project is you can line up a ruler here to make sure you get your items straight on there when you go to glue it down. So then I'll have something to use as a guide. So hopefully that works. That looks pretty good. All right. So I was just saying, you're going to order a pack of that paper, or you did? It's so cute, eh? Yeah, there's lots of things that you can do with this. So I just used a sketch for the design of this card. So I just used a, Designer Series paper here, and then here and here. So I actually used 3 different Designer Series paper from that paper pack, and this one I just fussy cut out. This one I cut from the Heartfelt Hellos. That's also from the Sale A Bration catalog. And then I just designed my card so it would flip up this way, and then on the inside I'm going to put this paper, and it's cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Oh, you did order it. Nice, eh? Good. So cute. All right, so I'm just going to glue that in there. And then you could also, if you want to, cut out another piece of the Designer Series paper, like another tool to glue on here, or like another strip of paper. So what I did is I had another strip of paper that coordinated with the paper on the front, and then I just glued it right on here. I thought I had one. Yep. Oh, it fell on the floor. So let me grab it. Found it. It was just on the floor. Okay, so I cut this one, and this is good to use for your scraps too. A nice way to use them is just put one here. So this one I cut at 4 by 1/2 inch, just to fancy up the inside of the card. And then I'll just put some glue on that. And there we go. So did you have to go out today, Sherry? You just started using tweezers? Yeah, I know. I don't like to get my fingers all gluey, so I always use my tweezers. It's just a thing that I got in the habit of doing, and it just saves me from getting sticky fingers. And I have a hard time picking things up because my nails are thick. Like, I get my nails done, and they're so thick, it's hard to pick up little thin pieces of paper. So it's easy to just grab them with these tweezers. That's why I love them so much. Okay, and there's our really cute card. And then you can make all different images of them too. And this coordinates with the paper that is in the mini catalog, which is so cute. Sorry, it coordinates with the bundle. So if you want to get that, it does coordinate with it as well. So cute, eh? There's lots of cute things you can do with that. You stayed at your daughter's in London the last 2 nights? Oh my gosh, yeah, because it was brutal out there, eh? Yeah, my daughter's school didn't have busing for 2 days, and she does have track and field in London tonight, and she did go because the other parent of the carpool was driving, so I let her go, so hopefully it's not too bad and she gets there and back safely. All right, so there's our cute card tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and if anybody would like to put in an online order, here is the host code for January. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great night, and see you next time. I will be doing more videos on Friday afternoon. I'll be doing a Fun Fold Friday at 1 o'clock, and then I will be live again next Wednesday. So I hope to see you then. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.